Well, it has now been 4 weeks since my appendectomy, and I want to give you guys an update. And if you're new here, I want to give you some signs to watch out for leading up to my appendectomy. So welcome back to Road Reality. That's me, merch shop, link below. I'm John, and yes, 4 weeks ago, I had an appendectomy, semi-emergency-ish. Come to find out, I was only a couple of days away from it rupturing, the appendix that is. If not closer. It's kind of a gray area. They didn't really tell me, but I looked up all the technical terms they gave me, and that was what I found out. Anyway, I'm gonna clean up my bike because I'm now off restrictions, and maybe someday soon I'll feel up to riding, even if it is windy and cold out. I'm itching for a ride. It's been like 6 weeks now since I rode. Still haven't ridden. Anyway, we're gonna clean up the road glide. We get to look at motorcycle stuff today. Yay us. As usual, got my Griot's Garage spray detailer and a microfiber cloth. No, this isn't spray detailer. Don't lie to the viewers. Never lie to your viewers if you're a content creator. Spray on wax. Good stuff. Is it in focus? Probably now. Yeah, we got this new lens. Nope, there we go. I got to get it to stop focusing on me. Everybody always does this, but like, man, maybe that'll work. Does it work? Oh yeah. All right. So let's open things up with how we got here. Oh, that still feels heavy. Battery tender says we're fully charged. So what happened was I started out with a week of stomach pain right here above the waistline. Didn't feel good. Didn't feel like an emergency. I was like, this is just like a bad stomach ache. And with my lactose intolerance and all that other stuff, it's like, yeah, stomach ache. But it got worse. So like I mentioned in my last video, I ended up with the flu-like symptoms. So I had the nausea and the vomiting and all that stuff, and it was no good. And I'm using this spray on wax to clean off bugs and wax the bike a little bit because she's dirty. I haven't had a chance to wash this thing for like 500 miles before I, had to cover it up for the winter, basically. Half the fall and part of the winter. But anyway, I had this problem where I had all the stomach pains, and then I was vomiting for 12 hours and it was no good. I mentioned that in my last video, but if you're new here, I'm trying to fill you in very quickly. So I had all that, and then the pain went away. The stomach pain actually went away, and I was like, cool, feeling better, feeling cute, might have some ramen later. So I did. And then that did not turn out so well for me. As soon as I woke up that Friday, the next day after the ramen, I was in a world of hurt, and it was all stomach pain. And it's still, if you look up appendicitis, it'll say pain located over here, localized to the right side. This is where the appendix is, right over in here. I didn't have any of that. It was straight across the bottom. It was like a wrestling belt of pain, but it wasn't all that bad. Now, this also depends on your pain tolerance. How much pain can you tolerate? And well, I can tolerate almost as much as my wife. I mean, she's married to me, so she's got all the pain, right? But I can tolerate a lot of pain. My wife says I'm a wuss, but the doctors all tell me, you've got one heck of a tolerance for pain. And I'm like, yeah, thanks. That doesn't really help me now, does it? So, yeah, this bike has stayed relatively clean underneath this shelter for the last month and a half. Nice. I'm getting distracted by the blue burst paint and the fact that this bike wants me to fire her up and take her for a ride. There's an inappropriate joke in there, and I'm not going to make it, okay? But here I am feeling the pain, and the pain is back. And I go, at this point, something is definitely wrong, okay? And even I wasn't ignoring that resurgence of pain, which is when I got my wife involved and we went to the doctor, and I had the appendix taken out, the appendectomy. That's a little dusty, that's okay. All the bugs were concentrated on the front. We can dust it off, yeah, sure, why not? I'm not reaching out back there. So flash forward to the appendectomy, and it went well. It was not a ruptured appendix, so it was not a complicated surgery, as they call it. And I got the results back. There was no abnormalities in the tissues, so good job there on me, I guess. I don't know. Can I take credit for any of this? But that was just the start of everything, right? Because then you have this recovery And like I said in the last video, I had one surgical resident telling me 3 to 4 weeks and another one telling me 3 to 4 days. And the surgeon said, well, use your best judgment. She didn't know me. And yeah, my best judgment is, woo, let's go. I mean, heck, a day after the surgery, I was filming, like not even 24 hours later, I'm filming videos for Creator Reality, for this channel. I'm just doing the whole thing. You couldn't stop me. You can't stop the bum rush. I think that's a song lyric. Anyway, moving on. So the biggest problem with this recovery is having to like take everything slow, take it easy. At one point, I very gingerly lifted my laundry basket onto the scale that was in my bedroom. Like I brought the scale right next to the laundry basket and I weighed it and it was 20 pounds. And I was like, I need laundry tomorrow. So I very carefully dragged it across the house, down the stairs, thump, 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 and into the laundry room and did my laundry very, very gingerly. And then when my kid came home from his friend's house, I was like, dude, carry this upstairs for me, will you? I was like, I'm not allowed to lift it, 15 pounds. 15 pounds is the limit. So already we have a start where it was abnormal to begin with because I didn't have the localized pain and I didn't have a ton of pain. I did have the fever, I mentioned the fever, but that could be the flu, right? So it's like these symptoms are all intermixed. So really got to get checked out to figure out what's really going on by a doctor, checked out by a doctor. So here we go. I'm trying to recover and doing things slowly and everything hurts. It's like, I feel all this tugging because I'm not a skinny person. So every time I lay down, if I'm on my back, it's okay. If I'm on my side, I feel everything tugging and you really don't want to overdo it and end up back in the hospital because you ripped your internal stitches. No, thank you. I was doing everything I could to avoid that, which meant my wife had to do more. I mean, I could do like 5 minutes of dishes at the sink without touching my belly because that really hurts because they went in through my belly button and it really hurt to touch it against the sink counter. That's it, yeah, technical terms, right? So I'm leaned over it and it hurts my back and I'm doing dishes for like 5 minutes and then my belly starts to hurt because it's jiggling around. I was like, I gotta stop. And my wife's like, what are you doing now? And I'm like, I'm doing what I gotta do. And she's like, no, I have to do it. And then, you know, about a week of that went by and she comes to me and first time in the history of man, words are important. My wife apologized to me. It happened. She said, I'm sorry. I didn't realize how many little things you do around the house for this family. And picking up your slack has been really difficult. And I said, well, I appreciate that. Hopefully you'll see that around Christmas bonus time, right? Like she's my boss. But anyway, yeah, she got to see what my side of the house is like and she was not happy. The other thing that was really hard was this. Getting down, just bending everything just hurts, right? So you got to take it nice and easy. And if you start to feel any kind of tugging, well, don't do it. Just don't do it. Just say no to bending over and doing all that other stuff. Seriously, I'm glad that I didn't need any pain meds after my surgery. They gave me a script for pain meds and I didn't need it. But pain is not weakness leaving the body in this case. Pain post-surgery is your body telling you, whoa, 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 let's hold our horses there, buddy. Just a hot second. You might not want to do that. So I listened to my body and this is what we got. Oh, yeah, this still hurts a little bit. Nice and shiny again as the sun's going down. That's good enough, I think. So here's the real gist of this. Listen to your body. Do not ignore the pain. Go to a doctor if you're feeling something abnormal that doesn't feel right or pain leaves and comes back. And take your time with the recovery. So one thing that really screwed me up for my recovery is that 5 days after the surgery, I woke up from a nap, Thanksgiving Day. Yes, had all the turkey and stuff and boom, my right foot was on fire. I had a gout flare-up, a severe one. I went from a 0 out of 10 when I fell asleep to a 4 out of 10 when I woke up to a 7 out of 10 by bedtime to a 10 out of 10. I wanted to just cut my foot off by like midnight or 1 a.m. I was up all night and the only relief I got was to actually put my foot barefoot on the concrete floor of the garage of the house I was staying at for Thanksgiving and let my bare foot sit on that cold, cold concrete. and it would feel better for about 5 minutes. And I was like, ah, and then I went back in the house and tried to fall asleep and it wasn't happening. But the problem I had was the meds to make the gout go away slowed down my healing process. I had a 2-week regimen of that, and as soon as it ended, boom, the next day, I started feeling better. Like, I just felt the same from day 5 to day 19. Yes, I can do math. 14 plus 5 is 19. And then on day 20, it started healing. And day 21, it feels better. And now I'm on day 29, and I can do that with only relative discomfort. I mean, I've got my GMC Canyon that I've driven like twice or 3 times for a short drive. In fact, I can show you, I have the seat very far reclined because anything that makes me sit fully upright is painful. But then putting the seat belt on goes right across your belly, right? Well, that's no good. That is very uncomfortable. That doesn't feel good at all. But now with the seat reclined and I'm 4 weeks post-op, I can drive a little bit, about 20 minutes at a time, and then it just gets discomforting. Discomforting? Uncomfortable words. So I just don't drive because this stuff, it jiggles a little bit and then I'm just uncomfortable and a little bit of pain, and I'm like, nope, we gotta build up the muscles because they go in here, here, and over here. Yeah, on this side. And they work on over here. So when they do all that, they're just moving your guts around. They're rearranging your insides for you. It's not pleasant. It really isn't. The incisions hurt a little bit at the start, but now the steri strips have worn off and I'm getting less pain there. But the internal tugging and the fact that they go through, at least in me, the fat and then all the abs and all the musculature down here, and they just go through everything and rearrange it, that's gonna be uncomfortable. It is not a fun time. However, I will say that I think my surgeon did a pretty good job because I don't feel any scissors or bulges from lap pads or anything in there. So I think they got all their equipment back out. There wouldn't be any scissors anyway. They went in with the laparoscopic pokey things. Technical terms. So we will get back to riding, but in the meantime, I've got some other things in the works. We've got some camera videos coming up, and I'm not sure how I want to handle that one yet, but I'll figure it out. It's probably going to be a series of camera-related videos. We're gonna make them fun though, and I say we like I have a mouse in my pocket. But really, I'm just happy to see you. Oh, still hurts. It's just I'm pleased to be able to come out here and record a little bit and lift a few things and get around a little bit better. Yeah, 5 minutes of walking a day and a lot of laying down in the evening, and we're getting there. The healing's getting there. So anyway, I hope you got something out of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I know we didn't do a whole lot, but we can bring things to a close, quite literally, by closing up the shelter. Having appendicitis, 1 out of 10 would not recommend, but I'm glad to still be here, and we're ending the year on a high note. We're gonna have a lot of fun in 2026, I think. So anyway, if you have any questions about the appendectomy process or anything that maybe I skipped over here, leave me a comment, drop a comment down below. And I do hope you're having a great day. Did I ask already? Leave a comment with how your day is going. Anyway, until next time, I hope you're doing well. Don't forget your 2 mantras and go check out this video next. 1, you have a 100% track record of making it through a bad day. And 2, do something nice for yourself every day. Maybe it's listening to your body. Bye.